Hello and welcome back to another episode of A Jedi's Tale. I'm Tomatronic and this is episode number 12. I am amazed that I've made it this far, to be honest, although I did give myself a good starting chance with some supplies and some semi-decent characters, so it's not a huge achievement to make it this far, but you know, I'm happy with the way things are going as well. The only thing I'm really not happy about is because I've been editing the first few episodes, and I'm really not happy with the audio quality, especially from my microphone. I'm hoping that these episodes I've changed a few settings and had a little play around with things, and for example the video was in 1080 by 1200 until episode 8, which was horrible, but I really couldn't face doing all those 7 episodes all over again. It would have completely put me off the idea of doing it, I think. So I decided to carry on and just fix things as I go. As I say, this is my first Let's Play. It's the first time I've ever recorded any game play, so I'm trying to forgive myself for that. And I'm hoping from episode 8 onwards, and from this episode onwards with the audio especially, I'm hoping things will be better. So, back to A New Home, which is our settlement name. Forceful is the name of our faction, and we're almost half and half now. We're almost half Force sensitives and half regular humans, although there are still one more Force sensitive, and the humans are trying their best to fit in and to show that, you know, they're willing to get their hands dirty to help out and make this place a good place to live. We're still suffering a cold snap, which has taken out a lot of our crops. The whole of the last episode, hence the name The Long Winter, it's still here. We've got a little bit of gentle snow now, so I'm really hoping that disappears soon. I am gonna bump these air conditioning units up to 41 degrees each, and I'm hoping what that will do is raise the temperature in the room slightly. I don't know if it will. I think because I've got the cold side of it here, it can only make them colder, and yeah, it doesn't look like they're changing. Okay, so I'll put those back down to 21, and I need to build some heaters, I think. I've got a feeling the cold snap's going to end pretty soon, but you know, there could always be another one, and it's you know, I mean, it's minus 10 in their rooms. I don't know how they've survived, to be honest, this far. You know, they should all be getting frostbite and not very happy at all, considering they haven't got very warm clothing on. So I'm going to build some heaters from the temperature tab here. Lady's gotten food poisoning because of a dirty cooking area, and yeah, I mean, I can totally understand that. It's completely covered in dirt and blood. I will fix that after I've built these heaters. I'm going to build one every 2 rooms and see if that can warm the whole place up a bit. And then maybe one here and one here as well. I need to put a vent between these two, like that. Okay. So it might be worth, once the heaters are on, it might be worth turning the aircon units off. It might, you know, just keep things a bit... How do I do that, by the way? Okay, so that doesn't get power now, is that correct? Okay. Okay, so it's they have to come and flick the switch. Okay, fine. So I'm going to turn all of these off now, just until this cold snap has disappeared. And where's Fix It when you need her? I'm going to get her working on these heaters, although Tank is already working on that one, so I will get Fix It on that one. But I can't for some reason. Why can't I do that? Oh, okay, already working on it. Fine, good. Shu is working hard, tunneling away at the inside of this mountain here. We've still got a good 2 blocks all the way around, and our machining research has finished, which is wonderful. We are getting ever closer to being able to build automated gun turrets. Maybe flak armor would be good at this point. Although, I really want turrets. I really think they're going to help us out. So, I'm just going to go for gunsmithing. It's going to take a while still to get the turrets up, but, you know, we're patient. We've managed to fight off everything that's come our way so far. Not sure why this room is not finished. Did something happen there? Maybe that's because of all the fighting that happened around this area. I mean, this wall's basically broken down, and these sandbags are fucked up, so hopefully somebody's going to come out here and fix those eventually. Nothing else to report for now, so let's just have a think about our defences. That needs to be repaired. What's fix it up to? Still working on the heater. So we've got this one heater here now, and the room is slowly getting warmer. It's up to -4, and it's kind of hanging around -4. So I'm going to bump the heat from the heater up to 31, see if that makes much of a difference. No. Oh yeah, -2. And back down to -4. Okay. I'm going to bump this one up to 41. And this one up to 41. Just about finding that sweet spot. I don't want it to be boiling hot in these rooms, but I certainly don't want it to be below 0. And I feel a bit bad actually that I've only literally just, maybe at the end of the last episode, realised just how cold they were. I mean, I knew there was a cold snap, but I thought inside the rooms would be okay. That was my mistake. All I can do is apologise to them for that. So Olaf's finishing this one off. Although I thought Olaf should be cooking only. See, why is he not cooking? Is there not enough? Okay, of course. Okay, so I'm going to take Boss away from cooking now. There's no need to have him on there. We've got 3 good chefs. Let's just have a look. So I would like to rename these at some point, or at least, I don't know if I can give them nicknames. Let's just check. No. Okay. How strange. Because the... Okay, well... Let me just see if I change Velasquez. Okay, so that's the last name. If I change that... I'm going to put sous chef and see if that actually changes. Yeah, okay, cool. So we've got cook, sous chef, and Olaf I'm going to put as... I don't know, maybe... What can we put? A baker? No. Kitchen help? Nah. That's not a nickname. Come on. I need to think of a nickname based around food or the food industry. Can't think of anything right now. Sous chef's not really a good nickname either for Velasquez. I'm just going to put it back to Olaf for now. And I'm going to put Velasquez back to Velasquez. Because I guess not everybody needs a nickname to associate them with their work. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to see what they do, and but it also means that I'm constantly calling them by their nicknames, like fix it, when maybe I don't talk about their real names enough. Helga, for example, Helga Gruber. I never call them by their real names, except for Brian here. And there was another one, and Babar Born, maybe I've mentioned a few times. But the rest of them, Myra, I don't really mention their names. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you would prefer. I don't know why that dead muffalo was... Oh, it's frozen. Awesome. Well, that's one good thing about it being frozen outside. If there were any animals lying around that we'd killed and left, then they would still be fresh and able to get the food off without killing us from food poisoning. And it's the 2nd of December, so we've got to wait until April, May, until springtime. But I'm really hoping the weather changes and gets a little bit warmer before that. I'm sure this region had all year round growth, but because of the temperature, nothing is growing. Let me just check in the world view. Can I still see the terrain? Yes. See, it is all year round growth. So it must literally just be, but surely the temperature would be taken into consideration. Anyway, none of this is growing, which means our only option for food is to hunt. So I'm just gonna, there's nothing selected to hunt so far, so I'm gonna put a few rabbits, 4 rabbits, 2 squirrels, 2 doe, 2 bucks, and that's fine for now. Seeing as we were attacked by a whole herd of muffalo, nobody really wants to go hunting a muffalo right now. It's not something anybody wants to face. We've got a good amount of power coming into the base now. Our batteries are nice and charged up. So if one of these generators fail for any reason, then at least we'll have a constant supply of power, at least for a while. Eventually I'm going to build a lot more, obviously, depending on how big our base gets. I need to build another gun down here because it was destroyed. So I'm going to slap a gun complex in here. And I might bring it forward to here, actually. In fact, I'm going to move it... I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to work on my kill boxes. I haven't got any steel, which is unfortunate. Shit. Okay, I really need to get some steel. So I am going to mine that, even though it only leaves 1 block protection. Compacted machinery, that needs to be mined. This steel really needs to be mined here. So I'm going to get Shu. Where is Shu? And what is Shu doing? What are Shu doing, Shu? Hunting. Well, okay. Normally I would say that's fine. But right now I want you to mine all this compacted steel over here. Hopefully there'll be some more kicking around. It's an extremely important resource, and the next time I can, I'm going to buy as much as I can. I haven't had a trader for a while, or maybe we did in the last episode and I've completely forgotten. But we could do with one coming by rather soon. All these graves are full, so I'm going to build a few more. No. I'm going to build a few more. I've done it again, idiot. Just so we don't have dead bodies lying around. And there's me saying that I'm not anally retentive, but I can't believe it. Why are graves so hard to put down? They always seem to jump to where you don't want them. Right, okay, wow. So Cook is hunting a ram. It's been dead for 12 days, desiccated. Don't want that. What was Cook shooting at then? Ah, okay, a hare. Fair enough. Shu is working on this steel here, and there's more that goes back into the mountainside, which is great. As long as that can go back, the happier I'll be. It is, of course, going to eventually get to a point where we can't go any further without opening up this access point here, which is not what we want. But maybe now it will let me build another gun. Yeah, steel gun complex. Okay, fine. And like I was saying, I want to put it... Where am I going to put these kill boxes? So basically I want to create a way for the enemy to come in. I want to let them come in. But I want to let them come in to a place where I'm ready for them. So, as this wall is already here, I'm going to use this to my advantage. And let me just try and think about how this would work. Normally I would have a channel like that. So maybe that's a good idea. And it would get increasingly smaller as it got closer to the base. I can't build over this wet. Oh yeah, I can, just not all of it. Okay. So that would be there. Yeah, okay. So ideally they're all going to start, they're going to come through here or around here, and they're going to get channeled into this, and I will cancel the middle two to give them space to get in. And then I can place turrets all the way through here to make it more like a gauntlet for them to run through. Or I could replace some of these with sandbags and put turrets behind them, which would, and also I could stand people behind them. The problem with this is I don't have much steel, and it's going to take a long time for me to get enough to build that. I think having a gun anywhere on this side just to help out is more important right now. And I wish you could put the guns diagonally. Maybe that way's better, because they're not going to come from this side, I don't think. I think the way it works is as long as they've got an access point, the AI won't make them attack walls. So that's the idea of giving them an entrance. It means that we don't have to keep repairing walls, although I think that was when they were trying to get out, thinking about it. That's why that one's broken. So 280 steel for one. I'm going to put it here. Don't know. Decision making today is poor, I apologise. But yeah, as it stands now, before this wall's built, they're going to come through here, so it needs to be kind of... I'm going to stick it there for now. Why not? See how that works out. At least there's more of an angle, I think, than if it was pointing this way. Because now we can get anybody that tries to get up here as well. Okay. How much steel did we get? 56 steel. Okay. It's a good start, I suppose. Well done, Shu. I've got some rare thrombos. I was reading online, and apparently these are fantastic for their feathers, or the material that they drop for their skin is really good for making resistant material clothing. So I would like to get them, but they are quite difficult to hunt because as soon as you attack them, they have a 100% chance of returning the attack. So I need to keep my eye on them, and I do want to hunt them, but possibly not right this second. Everybody's asleep now, except for Olaf and Lady. But I think they're both going to bed now too, so I'm going to speed things up until people wake up again. Alright, so 5 in the morning. Doc's already up researching as usual. If she's not sick or injured, then she is determined to get this research done. That's why Brian respects her so much for that. Velasquez is already cooking away, which is great. Our food supplies are growing slightly now because of the hunting we've been doing. I want to get Shu working on only compacted steel. It's the main thing that we need right now. It would be nice to get this kill box built. I don't really know if you can call it a kill box. Kill box is supposed to have mounted turrets on the walls that the enemy can't reach. That would be the ideal. Wow, Maskinen's making short work of those walls. That could get done quicker than I thought. They only take 5 each block. But at least we can place turrets here with sandbags in front to protect them a little bit. And it will create a tough situation for any group to get through. And we can line all of our people up here so that if anybody does breach this hole, they'll have to face all of us with guns and possibly some more turrets as well. There is something you can build that sucks the moisture out of the ground. But I'm a long way from being able to build that. I need lots more research, I think, first. We found an ambrosia sprout. A grove of mysterious ambrosia. A grove of the mysterious ambrosia bush has sprouted nearby. If you wait for the plants to grow, you'll be able to harvest the delicious, pleasurable, and slightly addictive fruit. Okay, so I could either go and harvest it now and not get much, it's 5% grown, or I can try and remember to come back and harvest it later. I cannot promise that I will, however. Velasquez is a major break risk, in desperate need of some recreation, and a night owl, so because she is on the same schedule as everybody else, you know, sleeping through the night and working through the day, she's not particularly happy. So the problem is, if I put her on the night shift, there's a chance that she's going to get lonely from not ever interacting with anybody else, but who knows, maybe she doesn't care about that particularly. But for now, I'd feel happier putting at least 2 people on the night shift, so I'd like to wait until I have another night owl, or at least somebody else that I need to work through the night. Okay, so I can now build a machining table and an advanced fabrication bench. A machining table would be useful for building guns, making ammunition, and for breaking down mechanoids, but I mean right now it's not a priority. The research was done so we can start to get closer to getting some gun turrets. It wasn't actually for the machining research itself that I needed. Wow, this is coming on quickly. Okay, good. So, as it's going quickly, I'm going to build... the problem is this moisture patch here. I'm going to build as much as I can sandbag-wise there. And I'm going to cancel that and put it here. Or there. Right in front. So it can shoot anything that's even way back here coming into the base. I also need to obviously extend the rest of the wall, which I might do now. Let's fill in that gap there. Don't really need this, so I could deconstruct it and get some extra steel. And then I can build this out and up here. No. Build it out, and where do I want this to go? I like having that whole corner block, that's good. If they come from this side, I need to create another way for them to come in. But I presume you can get over the sandbags, so they will head towards the sandbags. Which is good, it means I can still line everybody up there. I am gonna dismantle that, or at least cancel that, and move it in front of these sandbags. And okay, so that will cover this whole bottom side of the base. This side's still covered. What's this? Ooh, steel wall, okay. claim that. Or I could just deconstruct it straight away, that's fine. Where's deconstruct there? Let's just get rid of all that. That's extra steel for us, fantastic. We'll get Fix-It to do that straight away. Shoot, what are you up to? I really want you to be mining this steel. Lady's trying desperately to convince Sky to stay with us on different terms. Sky's been a prisoner for a long time now, or at least it feels like a long time, and you know, her resistance is getting low. So hopefully she'll be joining us very soon. Rhynek is still high resistance, but I'm not too bothered about them anyway. And it would be very good to get Kiko, who has a very low resistance too. So all in terms of the prisoners and the new recruits that could be on the way, I am very happy with it and wouldn't want it any other way, I don't think, right now. Obviously I'd like a super powered gunner or hand-to-hand fighter to come along. But you know, we can't have everything. We're alive, and that's the main thing. Boss is extremely grateful for his team, for working so hard. And, you know, he thanks the Force. He knows the Force runs through the majority of the colony. At least the dwellers in the colony. And although he's not interested in the light side and the dark side, he still understands the power of the Force and how it runs through everyone and everything. Speaking of the Force, I'm going to check if anybody needs to level that up, and they do. Doc. So, really powerful now in healing other people, pretty good at healing oneself, and completely maxed out in the Force pool, so there's no way Force can get any more Force power to use. All I can start to do now is, like, I don't want to invest in these because I don't think Doc is ever going to be a lightsaber wielder. I tried Force Push, it didn't really do anything. Could be because I was a low level, but it does say 8 spaces away, 8 tiles away, and when I did it, it didn't work. Force Pull, I'm not sure. Force Speed, I think, is what I'm going to choose next. The original idea to let them decide their own ways of the Force has pretty much failed, unfortunately. Like for example, the boss was supposed to be completely dark side, but I need to give everybody these healing powers. They're the most useful, I think. So I didn't want to miss that just to stick to something that they don't really care about anyway. I was thinking that, you know, they're trying to get away from this whole labeling, being labeled a Sith or a Jedi or a light side or dark side. So I don't think they're going to mind. And although it was a good idea, as a game mechanic of sorts, I'm not particularly fussed that it hasn't worked out that way. So Sky having a bit of a rage here. Just when Lady was about to come and feed you as well. Very ungrateful. I'm going to make Lady just fire a... Oh no, it's a blaster carbine. It could actually really hurt. No, Lady? Okay. Get a bit closer maybe. Melee attack, I think, is a better idea. Go on, Lady. There we go. Perfect. And the door didn't get destroyed, which is great. She can go back to doing what she was doing. I think it was eating, so I'm just going to make her eat that quickly. Because otherwise she might forget, and she'll go to bed on an empty stomach, and nobody really wants that to happen. How are we getting on? We've still got... Shu is still mining the wrong thing. Maybe I should just deselect all of the non-steel blocks for now. It's probably a better idea than just expecting Shu to understand what I'm saying or what I want. Those are steel there. This is all steel down here. Wow, we've got a lot of steel actually. It's good. There's a bit of sandstone in between, but it's good. It's going to really keep our supplies high. We've only got 5 at the moment, but I guess that's because it's... yeah, because Tank's dumping it all into these sandbags, which is great. That's what I want. What's Fix It up to? Taking the squirrel meat, training York. Let's see what Fix It is. Yeah, okay. Construction, alright. It would be nice, Fix It, if you could deconstruct this wall. We have an idle colonist, Velasquez. Unable to cook because there's not enough. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Our food supplies have plummeted. I really, really need to get some more hunting going. I may as well even kill these raccoons. Not all of them. Leave 2. I like to leave 2 of everything, like I said at the beginning. Not sure if it actually helps in the game, but in my mind, if you leave 2 of every animal, then they'll be able to breed still. And who is on hunting? Boss. Okay. Cook will go and hunt if there's no cooking to do. Tank. Alright. But they really need to get on that. Hopefully Boss is going to go straight out to do that. After attempting to recruit Kiko. Reducing her resistance, but failing again. Where's Boss going now? Feeding a simple meal to Rhino. It pains me giving these prisoners food when there's not much for us. Now, that's our choice, I know. When we took them on, we knew that they were going to cost us supplies, but I didn't know it was going to last this long. I thought they would have come around by now, as the others did. Boss has just taken out a raccoon. There's also a deer there. And what I completely failed to notice is that the temperature has changed again. So I can turn these aircon units back on. That one is already on. Put that one back on, put that one back on. And I really need to put these back down to 21. Or I could just turn them off, in fact. I will turn the heaters off now. That will save a lot of power, or at least transfer the power over into the aircon units. Not sure how long that's been that I didn't realise. I do apologise to the colonists for maybe sweating a while, but they're all pretty happy. You know, it's not super warm outside, it's 9 degrees, but things are much, much better. Is this growing? Yes. Okay, our crops are all growing again, which is great. Really need to get fingers out there. Maybe just finishing off sowing the bits that aren't sowed. Don't suppose it matters too much. And the colonists are gathering to celebrate Fingers and Doc's marriage. Wonderful. So we have another husband and wife now. The only time that becomes problematic in my experience is if they get divorced. And that can last a ridiculously long time, which, you know, fair enough. In real life, going through a divorce can be difficult. But in this game, it's... I think it's like... I think it's... Is it 2 weeks or 20 days? I can't remember. It's a long time. And the mood is terribly bad. So, I really hope they... I wish them a happy marriage. Here they are, going through their ceremony. Not sure who's doing the ceremony. But it's finished. And now they're having a little bit of a celebration. Maybe smoking some smoke leaf, eating some chocolate that they bought from one of the traders, or, you know, just mingling, having some fun. They deserve it. And they all wish Fingers and Cook a happy marriage. Was it Cook? Can't remember now. It was only a second ago and I've forgotten. Anyway. Our defences are being built slowly. Fingers and Doc, sorry. Okay. Fingers and Doc. Boss is helping to resupply the colony with food. We don't have any meals right now. It's really not good. It's really not good. I need to buy some food, I think, the next opportunity I get. Maybe I'm panicking for nothing. I mean, they can always eat raw food if they're really desperate, but having a good meal really keeps their mood up, and it's super important to get people cooking. Velasquez is still going here, look. But the day's drawing to an end. I'm going to put a few animal sleeping spots in the rooms. Because now that the boomerlopes have decided to start sleeping indoors, I think some of the dogs have been pushed out a bit. And we don't want that, because the dogs have been here from the beginning, you know? So I'll put a few more sleeping spots around for them. We could slaughter our cow, one of our cows. Might be a good idea actually, just to give us a bit more food. Not sure if they provide milk or not, but okay. Boss got sick from food poisoning. See, we're eating raw meat now, which is never going to be good for anybody. I really need the weather to stay up so these plants can keep growing. I'm going to speed things up. Oh, Marigold's pregnant. Fantastic. So all we need is more mouths to feed. I'm going to speed it up now until the morning when everybody will be awake. Unless anything major happens in the night. Alright, so Doc is now starving. Won't be for long because she's just eaten something, but I really need to get everybody cooking. If you're not cooking, then I'm going to be looking. Where's Velasquez? What are you doing? Wandering. Get bloody cooking. Wandering my ass. Come on. Why wandering again? Cook. Or hunt then. Where's Velasquez? You go hunting too. And actually, Olaf, you can hunt too. If you're not cooking, you should be out hunting. There's still loads of stuff selected to hunt. Wild boar might be good as well. Just need to really get a good supply of meat going now, so that the chefs never run out. There's a cow there, somebody should be butchering that soon. This gunsmithing is going faster than I thought. We've only actually got 2,000 more research points until we can start building some auto turrets, which is a milestone for Brian and the rest of the gang. Every time they get attacked, they constantly feel like it's completely on them, and there's no machine-operated defences. We've got a few of these gun turrets that are. This one's still not operational, but they have to be manned, which obviously takes away from the squad combat. So as soon as we get some automated turrets going, it's going to make everybody feel a lot more comfortable. And it means that if we do get raided, we might not even have to fight on the front lines, at least until a few people have been taken out. Shu's just taking a break, but working really hard on mining all this steel away. We don't actually have any steel stockpiled, which is strange because there's some right there that I can see. I should say 80. But I guess because it's not in our storage, it doesn't count. Velasquez and Cook are now cooking. Trying to build up this meal count, but I really need Olaf to be doing it as well. And he is. Great. I'm going to change our schedule to be no lunch break. I think it's actually counterintuitive to have them break for 1 hour, because by the time they've got to where they want to be, do what they want to do, they don't have much time to actually do it and then get back to work. So what I think I might do is give them an extra hour of recreation in the morning, and that means they can work from 8 till 6 with no break. Sounds harsh, but come on, needs must. And then they have 3 hours to do whatever they want before they sleep. They still get 8 hours sleep. Let's see how that goes. If I see that their moods are dropping and they're getting tired in the day, then I can just change it back. It's no big deal. Okay, Tank has leveled up in the Force. Let's have a look here. it would be nice for Tank to have some more lightsaber abilities, so I'm going to put lightsaber offense up another slot. Means that, you know, if Tank needs to get a quick kill, maybe a one-hit kill, it increases the chances of that happening. Okay, Olaf doesn't have a weapon. Why? Maybe because he was shot. I want to be a scout blaster or a machine pistol. I definitely don't want a bow. Pistol launcher. That's that explosive thing, I think. Revolver, poor. Let's go with a bolt action rifle. And while I'm doing that, as I'm remembering it, I need to check everybody else's weapons. Okay. Velasquez have one, yeah. Maskinin, of course, probably the most secretive and mysterious of the group. The latest edition, rescued, if I remember correctly. Unable to commit any violent act, so hasn't bonded as well as some of the other new recruits because they've been on the front lines, you know, blood, sweat and tears with the rest of them, whereas Maskinin can't do that. It's against her way of life and her morals. Even if she's being attacked, she wouldn't fight back. Total pacifist. So, we have to respect that, I guess. Even though I would prefer another hand helping in the fights. So that's another day. And hopefully tomorrow we'll get some more mining done. And we need to start building up our meal count. We've got quite a bit of food stocked up now. I want to keep that going. I want to make sure there's always something to hunt. Unless I forget, which is probably going to happen. I'm just going to make sure that there's always 2 of every animal left. There's a lot more muffalo coming now, but remember what happened last time with the muffalo? We attacked 2 of them and then they stampeded at us. And it happened just before a raid, so it wasn't the best time ever to do it. And I'm going to call that an end to the episode. I keep filming too long, so. But as I say, I've been editing the first few episodes, and they're longer than I wanted them to be. But I feel like I can't cut out certain parts. Maybe before I upload them, I'll go back and edit them down a bit more. But I'm going to call it an end to this one, and I will see you next time. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. Please tell me what you think in the comments. This is my first time doing this kind of thing, so any feedback and support you can give me is going to be great. I'm going to do my best to keep improving things. As I said at the beginning, I'm really working on getting the audio to sound better, and I've already increased the video quality quite a lot, which is meaning I'm going to have to go and buy another hard drive because it's basically quadrupled the file size of about an hour's recording that I'm doing. And yeah, and that's about it. So again, thanks very much, and I will see you again in the next episode. Bye bye.